The play looked innocent enough. Marc Buoniconti, number 59 in white for the Citadel, coming in on this first quarter tackle. But his head struck the artificial turf wrong, and it caused a severe neck injury.
I'm walking around looking, and I look over there, and, you know, I said, this is where it happened. And I think back to how the whole process took place. He was laying down over there. I was over here. I was literally right here, kneeling down on the sideline. And Jim, one of the trainers, came over and grabbed the spine board and said, I think he's paralyzed.
When was the last time you were in the mini dome?
It's been about 5 years.
What goes through your mind when you walk in here?
The incident with Marc Buoniconti when we played the Citadel here goes through my mind all the time.
For Herman Jacobs, October 26, 1985 is a day he doesn't really remember, but can't really forget.
I don't remember that game after Marc got hurt. I don't. I didn't find out that what the score was, because we ended up losing, I believe. And I found out the next day when I was going to the cafeteria.
Jacobs was a running back for the ETSU football team, went on what seemed to be just another football play.
It was an option to the right. And I got the ball, I went, and next thing you know, I was up in the air, and Marc hit me.
He, of course, is medicated and in traction due to the nature of his injury. He is able to communicate with his family and physicians and nurses who are attending him. He has some paralysis, but the full extent of his paralysis has not yet been determined, and that these type injuries take some time sometimes to evaluate.
I wasn't going to play football again. I told a couple of people I was done. And you can ask some of the coaches, ask some of the players. I played my senior year, but they knew I wasn't playing to my potential.
For nearly 20 years, Jacobs carried the guilt of what happened that day.
In my mind, it was telling me, you know, this is going to happen again.
Until a phone call from a teammate of Buoniconti's changed his life.
Joel Thompson is a player of the Citadel with Marc, and he reached out to me and gave me Marc's phone number. And about 2 or 3 days later, I called Marc because I was really concerned that his family blamed me for what happened. He explained to me that, no, they didn't blame me. It wasn't my fault.
That meeting led to a friendship and Jacobs' involvement in the Miami project to cure paralysis, which began as a promise from Marc's father, Nick, a former NFL player, that Marc would someday walk again.
Sometimes you think about this, and I've heard it before from other people, you know, you really don't know what someone would have been in their life if they did not have these spinal cord injuries. Marc's a case where, boy, you know, I wish he had not had his spinal cord injury, but because he had his spinal cord injury, he's done so much good to the field.
I want to be there for him and support everything that goes on because they're doing a great job. They're doing a great job with the research and everything.
40 years later, the Miami project has become a testament to the Buoniconti family's perseverance and strength.
One of the major sparks was that this young man who had a football injury, his father was well known. His notoriety, his passion for a cure for his son, not just his son, but everyone living with spinal cord injury, was a major contributor to our success at that very early time period when so much science had to be done and there are so many questions.
And for Jacobs, whose life was also changed 40 years ago, it's a way to help his friend and continue to heal.
A great friendship, a connection. Mark helping me to heal through, it was about 20 years, of guilt I held with myself. And Mark, talking to him helping me, him being there for me.